in the near future, we hope so. We know that it's changing times, and we hope that we get conversant with more and more of our equipment. We also, the fourth point is that we wish to recognize the successes and the achievements that we have made, and identify the challenges which we have done today. We have not exhausted. There's more and more that we can put into discussion. In the interest of time, I wish to conclude my presentation and your engagement, and really appreciate your attention, your contribution. We have touched on safety, reiterated on its importance, human rights, conflict sensitivity, reporting more on other social issues, and the third issue, which is information integrity. Thank you very much for your time. Merci. Appel.
Thank you very much for that good presentation. In the interest of time, I'll call upon Mr. Sami to come and do the human rights mechanism. And I have one. I'll talk about disinformation. I won't talk much about misinformation. I think that is clear. Disinformation in this context is deliberately giving false information. Because you or me as a journalist, I want to set a different agenda. Right? Are we together? Hello? Can we stand? Some of you are sleeping. Let's stand for a second. Let's get up. Okay, you call your friend like this. Right hand only, right hand only. 5 times, I'll count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You change your hand. Call your friend, just call your friend. Then I count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We sit down. Thank you. So I would say this information is deliberate. You as a journalist, you want to go and get information and twist it to serve your interest. Whether somebody is paying you, whether it's because of your own biases, whether you have scores to settle, it depends. For example, we say one police officer was killed in Antibonis, a Kenyan police officer. And you go ahead, release a video of maybe 2010 of 5 police officers from different country or formations who were killed then. And you insist saying those are Kenyan police officers who were killed, or those are Asian police officers who were killed. That is now disinformation, right? Because you want to serve another agenda. Now, having said that, I think we're opening a new chapter of collaboration. You've talked about the issue whereby we had a press release at the HNP headquarters, and the information was not clear about a certain event. I remember that day. And I want to appreciate that during the former DG Nomil, we hadn't put on our communication in place. You could hear we are saying something different, maybe they're saying something different. But I think with the current leadership, we are moving on fine. Everything else is put together. We have streamlined our communication. We are working together. And for those of us who are not in the GSF media WhatsApp group, I think we'll take your numbers so that we can add you in that group. How many of us here are in that GSF WhatsApp group? By show of hands. All right. Thank you. What we need now is what we call strategic collaboration. At what point do we work together, and who do we verify this information from? Right? From our side, the chief GSF spokesperson is the GSF Force Commander. Right? If he tells you something, then that's it. Are we together? If the chief of the mission explains a position to the media, so be it. Alright? If the GSF spokesperson talks about a position, so that is our position. And again, all our information is always posted on our social media handles. And anybody who asks questions in that WhatsApp group, he always answers. The spokesperson always gives a feedback. So I want us to escalate this relationship, because the GSF aspect of it is going to have more challenges in terms of how we do our work probably. And we invite you, please let us work together. We have a duty, we have a responsibility, all of us, to work together.
That all of you are safe. Secondly, scale up risk assessments. If we know there's a function happening somewhere, our work is to assess the threat first before anything takes place. Prioritize and uphold clear communication protocols. If you, as the members of the media, want to confirm something from the GSF, the desired means or method for communication is through the GSF spokesperson. But that does not limit any one of you to reach out to us and ask clarification. Once you seek anything from us, we will further communicate to the spokesperson and provide the way forward. Also, this also means that as much as we work together, everyone is independent. We need, as also the troops, to respect your journalistic independence. If and when we go on patrols together, we don't tell you what to record, what not to record, what not to ask, what to ask. Our work is to respect your independence as journalists. The engagement that we have, such as this forum, is very important and is also a core part of the GSF's mandate. Because as the police, we need to work hand in hand with you, the journalists, because also the journalists play a very critical role in the stabilization of Haiti. Now, as part of the GSF also, we need to work on more interactions and engagement, like the session that we're having right now. This will go a long way in fostering trust between the GSF and you, members of the media. And we hope that the GSF, as you view the GSF, it is not tied to Kenya only. It is a multinational mission. There are other countries. So the interactions that we'll continue having, we will seek to involve more countries, more participants from other countries, more media stations, and this will be able to build a good working relationship towards the stabilization of Haiti. And I will conclude by saying, by actively engaging and protecting journalists, GSF can foster transparency, counter rumors, and build public confidence, which are essential for stabilizing Haiti and achieving the mission's goals. Now, you remember, if you can recall, I began my presentation by saying the most powerful tool that we have is not the guns that we work with, the explosives, it is the truth. And it is you guys who provide the truth. So that is why we need to work hand in hand, and that is why more sessions like this, more forums like this are important. And that is what I have. Thank you. This is the MSS with the help of the UN Support Office in Haiti, with the efforts to bring peace. To expound more on that, the GSF, as much as it replaces the MSS, but it also complements the MSS in various aspects. It tries to address the few shortfalls that have the MSS. GSF will work in collaboration with the Haitian National Police, the Haitian Army, FDH, and other actors with the main aim to neutralize and deter gangs. The approach is shared internationally, with various countries being able to come together for a stronger, sustainable mission. Also, the UN Support Office costs shared by all UN members. As you are all aware, the MSS was supposed to have 2,500 troops, but it wasn't achieved, and the number of troops that it had were roughly 1,000 troops. But with the GSF, the proposed structure composes of 5,550 troops, and among the 5,550, we have 50 civilians. Now, you are wondering how will this be achieved, yet the MSS was not able to fulfill the 2,500 troops. This will be made possible through what we call the international sharing budget, whereby UN members will continue contributing to the trust fund. It is through the contribution and pooling together of resources that we will be able to mobilize the 5,500 troops. And as you're aware, more than 18 countries have been able to commit to the GSF, pending further communication and clarification from the UN. Now, point A, which talks about the GSF conducting independent, intelligence-led, targeted counter-gang operations to neutralize and isolate gangs. Secondly, provide security for critical infrastructure. The Tucson Louverture International Airport, the APM port, schools, the national hospitals, and key institutions